Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and we're going to be playing some 10L on Unibet today. I put a very small amount of money onto Unibet. I don't keep money there anymore. As you can see, there's €32 plus whenever at the tables, it's 70 something euros. Just with the purpose of playing 10L as a pastime, as a hobby, just something to do when the games aren't that good on Sky. Sky is, for me, going downhill in terms of like decent cash games. I think basically Thursday through Saturday the game's pretty good, and then it's very hit or miss. Sunday evenings through to Wednesday evenings, and then through the daytime, where it used to be pretty good on Sky, now it's awful, to be fair. There's very rarely more than one or two tables running during the daytime, and if there's more than one or two tables running, it's usually just when there's a bunch of regs in attendance. Coco Pops pretty much owns the lobbies during the day. He just sits every empty table. Nobody wants to sit him. Games don't start. That's basically what happens. And I just like playing poker and playing in games where it's not like a complete war. So playing in these games where, to be frank, I mean, I want to play, I want to win, I want to play well and win. But if they are a bit reggish, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it, because if I'll end up losing 20 or 30 euros in a session, and well, who cares, kind of thing. Whereas if I play on Sky, but in the regulars at 20 and 30 now tables, you have a bad session, you lose 120, 130 quid. Yeah, it's like, yeah, fuck it. Who wants to be doing this? So we're doing this literally as a pastime. I'm kind of winding down most of my, well, not most of, but a decent chunk of my expected poker incomes. Used to expect, like, maybe back, 4, 5, 6 years ago, trying to make like anything 12 to 15 grand a year. Now I'm very much in the, if I make 5 grand a year, it'll do. Because online microstakes cash, without any question, it's in trouble. It's in big trouble. I'm not sure what the salvation is. Well, I am sure what the salvation is. It's getting a worldwide player pool again, but that's probably never going to happen. So, in the current environment, microstakes cash is bad, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, you would imagine. So if that means Reggie just becomes a hobbyist and has to start like working more hours for his living, then I guess that's what he needs to do. But we'll try and put that off as long as we possibly can, and just see. Hope things change, I guess. So yeah, I'm going to be playing, hopefully, bits and bobs of 10L Monday through, like Sundays and Mondays through to Wednesdays, and focusing very much on Sky over the weekends. Obviously, if I look at Sky and there's good games running, I'll be looking there every day. It's my first part of call. If there's good games running, I'm just going to grind them. But on days when there's not good games running, I'm not going to be like, oh fuck, now what? Do we just grind these bad games, etc.? None of that's going to happen. This is going to be my little playground. So Sky's where I go to work. Here's where I come to play. So yeah, this is going to be my playground, and any time that I play on here, in the mornings when my house is empty, I'm aiming to record as many of those sessions as I can, and I am willing to reload if this, say, whatever it is, 72 euros. If I end up not winning, which I expect to win, but if I end up not winning, I am willing to just like reload occasionally, just to keep my like pastime going, if you will. I mean, these 10L games, they don't seem that great, to be honest. 10L games are probably better on Sky, but there's just too much of a ball ache making videos on Sky. So it's much easier just to do these ones, and then there's no editing required. Just basically stop the video, hit the stop recording part, and just hit upload, and it's job done. Which that isn't as convenient as that when we're on Sky. So that's the end of the ramble. We're not scrounging any. Well, not scrounging is wrong word. We're not raising money anymore. This is just me doing this because I enjoy doing it, and there's no commitments to X amount of videos. It's just, if I keep playing here, And I keep playing in the mornings, I'll keep recording the sessions, and if it stops, then the videos will stop. And who knows, I mean, if we do manage to spin this up to a couple of hundred, we may even introduce some 25 and and just treat this as like my recreational bankroll, where I couldn't give a fuck if I win. I mean, if I get it up to 200, yeah, we'll play 25. If I lose it all, then never mind. It's not impacting on my actual bankroll. So yeah, maybe we'll try and spin it up somewhat, but again, no promises, no commitments, because I've made lots of promises and commitments in the past and then just not honoured any of them hardly. So there's no point pretending I've got any major plans, because I don't. Very excuse me, very loose open here with the 6-4 of diamonds, but yeah, it's pretty. So we'll do it anyway. We instantly get 3, but not instantly, but we do get 3-bet. Never mind. Don't think we're going to double barrel here with the ace-5 off. I think when he calls on this board and this brick turn comes, I think our fold equity is not going to be very high. And we're just going to give up. We have flopped an open ender in this 3-bet pot here with a backdoor flush draw, and start off with a small stab. Probably go quite big. If you just check calls here, it's probably going to go quite big on a lot of turns. That's a turn we don't need to go big on. Probably don't have much showdown value here. And he just like leads out. And we have to call and probably fold rivers unimproved. It's a big bet, but we have a pair and an open ender. I really like this to go check, check, see what on earth he's taking this line with, because it's a line that doesn't make sense. Flat the 3-bet pre, check, call, flop, donk, turn. I mean, he could have stuff like Jack, 10 of spades, etc., I guess. Ace, queen. So that's a bonkers, really quite weird line from him there, where he's check, he's like floated versus a small bet with ace, queen, which I guess he's meant to do, but then just like randomly donks the turn. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm in love with the dude's line there, to be honest, but it's interesting. I mean, this plays at 2 tables. He could be a regular. If he's a regular, that is an early indication that perhaps he's not a very good one. I mean, who knows? Someone might come and tell me that line was looking good by him. I mean, I've a hard time believing it was, but someone might say it was. Haven't bet down on this table because the betting and getting raised on this board would make my toenails itch. Now do we lead or do we check again? If he's got a 9, what we thinking he's got here? More likely he's got a 9. Is he going to bet a 9 again on this river? Do we bet to make sure he can't check back a 9? We're going to bet, make sure he can't check back a 9. Hope not to get raised, because if we get raised we're probably fucked. we're going to bet on this board. I mean, it's not a good board for our actual hand, but we still have like a lot of strong hands in our range. They're going to want to see bet this board. I mean, we could have some better hands to bluff with, I guess, something that contains a heart, etc. It probably isn't the greatest of bluffs, but usually when I 3-bet out of position and I flop like 2 overcards or something like that, I'm going to stab a lot of the time. Probably leak to an extent. I probably don't think enough about which boards I can definitely do it on, which boards I probably shouldn't be doing it on. But yeah. People peel so wide pre-flop in those situations that they're going to get to the flop with a lot of weak holdings that if I just check my ace-queen, I'm going to end up check folding the best hand a lot, which never feels good. I'd probably rather burn a few big blinds bluffing than I would feel shit for just check folding on those boards. Because we're meant to be having fun, we're going to be doing a few more like 3-bets than you would typically see me do. A few more like looser calls, etc. We're going to try and make the videos not like just complete tedious, like nitty affairs, like it's typical, like a typical Reggie session would be. We're going to be a bit more loosey goosey, eating a sandwich. If you hear me almost choking in a moment, it's because I think I've left my vape liquid at work, so I've had to use some liquid that used to choke me and basically I haven't used for months. So I don't know if vape liquid, does it go off if it's exposed to the air? Fuck knows. Well, yeah. If you hear me choking, it means it's hurt me, but I didn't die. And if you don't hear me choking, then I didn't die. If any of you guys are out there playing on Unibet and you have any opinions on the game quality, then please do share it with me, because I very rarely put session to you, and now 25 whenever I do decide to take a little look, it always seems like pretty nitty. Not especially tough, there's not like loads of like really aggressive play going on and you're getting put in tough spots all the time. But it does seem like remarkably nitty whenever I go and play there, with people just kind of folding a lot and then playing like a 3-bet off fold strategy pre-flop with not a lot of limping, not a lot of like people just calling raises. Basically like pretty dull reg on reg games that you see pretty much all over the internet these days. If I'm not seeing calls on limps, then I'm not usually that interested in playing in the games, but because I guess I'm addicted to poker and to a lesser extent gambling, then when I'm at a loose end at home, I do often find myself playing just for the sake of it. So I could do with finding somewhere that at least the games aren't unbearable. I'm going to go with a little bluff here. Given we picked up the gut shot, and he can just be stabbing a wideish range. Check the flop, you wouldn't expect him to do too many very strong hands. Certainly not many kings. we do ripper the gut shot, which is pretty nice. I'm not sure what sizing to take here. I think we'll go with the nuclear option and hope he's got some slow play king he just decides not to believe on. I'm giving up on table 4. We've been called twice, been a dreadful run out. Well, not a dreadful run out, but not a good run out for getting folds on. Check raise here, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This guy's clearly irregular. I think he's at every table. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense here, but I'm not curious enough to want to call down with my top pair shitty kicker. Remembering why I stopped using this liquid, by the way, it's fucking horrible. What flavour is it? Peach apple. It's pretty vile. If you're a vapor and you're interested in trying out peach apple juices, I heartily recommend that you don't. Yeah, that is honking. I'll be touching that again today. Be off down the shop shortly to get some new stuff. This dude's been somewhat spewy so far by the looks of things. I've seen him go all in pre-flop a few times. Not much we're going to do with the 2/8s though. If he is like bad aggressive and spewy, it's going to get harder and harder as we go down the streets with our third pair. I was not expecting this dude who seems to be playing every fucking pot to fold there to our 3-bet, but unfortunately he did. Absolutely no dynamic with this dude whatsoever, but we're going to go with the small 4-bet with the ace-3 anyway. Ace-3 suited, out of position. There he goes with his massive overbet all in again. This dude's interesting. Over on table 2. We're looking to gamble with him at some point, I presume. King 8. Oh, he bang bang. Backdoor flush. Eat it. Eat it with the aces. Did he 3-bet them aces pre? If he didn't, then he kind of deserves it a little bit. Yeah, he did 3-bet them pre, so he didn't deserve it. We've been squeezed here. We have 2 10s. Guess it's a little bit too strong to fold, although I'm already somewhat uncomfortable because squeezing light at the micro stakes typically isn't a thing, and now we're just going to have to check forward our hand. Three-bet here with the 8-10 suit, 10-8 suited, and the cold call out of the big blind. Not the best of flops to see bet on typically because I expect him to have a lot of like pocket 9s, pocket 10s, king, queen, etc. But we'd flop an open ender that he wouldn't expect us to have. If we get raised, we're just going to spew and gamble because why not? We don't get raised and we take it down, which is nice. This two's not reloading, so I guess it's possible he's not a regular. I expect most of these players to be regulars of some description, either like just like tight recreational players who play quite often, or some kind of regulars in far-flung Eastern European countries where you can get by on €400 or €500 a month. Stab here then. Barrel on good turns, give up on bad turns. Fuck it. Let's go. Oh, 2 kings, that doesn't seem fair. 2 kings doesn't seem fair, but fuck it, we'll take it. Have a bit of that. Have a bit of that spew. YouTube. How do you think of that? I'll give people who don't like me something to shoot me down with, and I don't give a fuck. I was ready to gamble with the dude, and we got it in significantly badly and came out on top. Fucking beautiful. Gut shot here. I was going to check raise versus a smallish bet. Now I don't know what to do. I mean, check raise and getting it in would be horrific. If we do check raise, we can't fold. I don't want to fold. Don't want to call either. Eh, we'll make the tight fold. Just spewed it off with ace-8 in one place, and then we go with the pretty nitty fold in the next row. What do we want to make this here? Just limp. ISO. I'm going to play as many pots with this dude as we can, so we're going to just overlimp a pretty weak hand on the button. Meanwhile, this dude's in wearing. It's just the way it's going to be. It's just the law. Cut shot, one over card. A little bit worried this dude's going to be going for a check raise, but we're going to peel one off anyway. Oh, we turn the flush draw. Things are getting interesting. I take my free card. Spike the gut shot. Get no action. Donked into here when we have a gutter ball. Kick it off with the raise. Get called. Spiked straight on the turn. And we're going to be checking back this river. If he leads, so we're just going to fold. A little bit annoying, but just can't call here. This dude 4 betters just a minute ago at this table, so it might be someone who's particularly active in blind versus blind spots. Sorry, button versus blind spots, and because we're having fun, just going to pile it all in. Someone just knocked at my back door, so we'll leave the video running, see what happens. We run into the aces. Jack ball, spade ball, boom. We'll be back in a moment. Sorry about that. I had to move my car so some dude could read the water meter, so we didn't get a chance to bask in the glory of the 10-9 suited spew. That's 2 spews now. We've done pre-flop and both have worked out very favourably. So yeah, if you're a hater, you're going to have a lot of ammunition. The problem is for you, is I ain't going to give a fuck. Because I'm just playing to have fun. And yeah, both of those plays probably quite shit. Couldn't give a fuck. This dude check raises last time he raised and then checked the flop. That's a pretty dumb river. He leads out. There's lots of ways you can have a 10 here, isn't there? Yeah, lots of ways you can have a 10. I'm not going to pay him off. What is this stuff here? Alright. Play a Hexapro jackpot second go. Seems unlikely that I'd be doing that, but who knows? Open ender versus a Donkatron. Don't think this is the play to be check raising. So we'll just see if we can hit. We do make our straight on the end. And we get some value for it. By the way, I don't justify either of my all-ins pre-flop where we've been crushed as good plays. Just be aware that these videos are not in any way supposed to be educational or instructional. It's just me passing time, having fun. And if that means I make a few negative EV gambles, then fuck it, I make a few negative EV gambles. Long are the days past where I give a fuck about what people think in the comments section. It's me playing for fun, trying to enjoy it, and not giving much of a fuck if I make some mistakes against unknown players' ranges or just make mistakes in general. Yeah. If I make those mistakes in my regular games at the weekend when I'm trying to make a little bit of extra money, then I'll be annoyed with myself. I ain't going to be annoyed Untitled Unibet on a Wednesday morning when I'm just playing, obviously with hoping like to play well and not lose my money, but at the same time I'm not going to be backing off from situations where we may have a fair gamble or slightly unfair gamble on our hands, but um, amuses me. Because the 10-9, to be fair, 4-bet jamming or 5-bet jamming 10-9 versus a 4-bet is theoretically unsound. I already know that. Don't need that pointing out to me, although if you want to, fine. Just be aware that I don't give a fuck. Come on, our friend. You raise every pot. Don't let me down. Thank you. Because we're deep, we're going to go a little bit bigger. One thing we don't do is set mine out of position. You might do it. I don't do it usually. Oh, well, if we're deep enough stacked, but effectively 100 blinds deep, set mine out of position in spots where he's going to have, like, theoretically enough weak hands in his range where we're not guaranteed to get paid off even if we make our set. Then I tend to just back away from those situations. Going to be stopping playing in approximately 15 minutes because I am a complete Brexit nerd and Daily Politics is a lunchtime TV show in the UK that starts in 18 minutes from now, so we're going to wrap up the session in 15 minutes so I can make a cup of tea before it starts. Game a tiny bit deeper here and it's a 3x open, so we're going to go with a slightly larger 3-bet sizing. Multi-way here with the queens. What do we want to do? Fuck it, we're going to go with the check raise, I think. No, we're not, because no one's going to fucking bet. It's hard work getting check raises in when we're playing in games where people are pot control freaks, I guess. A bit confused here down table 4 as what size to use here in bettings. The line him in raises. We block king queen so damn hard too, but how is queen's ever good here? Does he min raise 2 pairs? Does he only ever raise exactly king queen? We block king queen like really really hard. We don't block some other stuff. Want to fold the jacks here because that's ridiculous. I mean, this is just a fold, isn't it? I mean, we have some really key blockers to the nuts there, But we get min raised on the river after. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. But it felt like it was just going to be really hard for us to have the best hand there. I mean, I don't know if that's an unsound fold or not, given how fucking relevant our blockers were and how hard we had the nuts blocked. But I mean, maybe he just plays a set that way, and we just think, yeah, we got the nuts blocked, call, and he just shows us 3 jacks or whatever. Who knows? Folding over pairs to min raising on rivers and getting 10-9 in pre-flop. In the same video, who'd have thunk it? This is not normally an open under the gun for me, but we have this dude at the table, so all bets are off when it comes to playing our usual pre-flop ranges. Don't think I'm going to be folding this river. Same hand. See you at the river, dude. This dude seems to min open small blinds a lot, then check an awful lot of flops and to get a triple here. Just because why not? Just because I'm in the mood too. And we're going to be doing some fancy dance spewing if he tries to raise us. Second time he's check raised in this spot, and I just don't necessarily believe you, sir. That was a 0 equity bluff there. Well, we had some backdoors, I guess. Right, if we squeeze here, are we willing to go with it pre versus this dude for 220 big blinds? The answer is no. So we'll just call. Sadly, we won't be putting any more chips in the pot. Get in there, fucking river is set. That is delightful. This dude's going to go with a big bet here. We need to steal the pot. Well, not a big bet, but we ain't calling for a chop. Feel like I want to vape again, but I'm not sure I want to put my body through the peach apple misery it suffered earlier. Turn a gut shot here. So we'll go with that sizing. Decent traffic in these pools. It's, what is it, lunchtime on a Wednesday, and there's 96 bums seated. I'm fully aware that there may be quite a few heavy multi-tabling regulars in there, but still, nevertheless, a 96 player pool is good to see. I haven't seen too many absolute whales kicking around, but it is reassuring that we're going to be able to get games, or I'm going to be able to get games that I want to be playing in at times I want to be playing when Sky isn't really cooperating. Putting ourselves through the peach misery. We're going to do it. The aftertaste from last time is still making unpleasant memories in my mouth, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to bet here and not fold if this dude raises, because I think he's a fruity type. That is fucking horrid. It's not Berkeley menthol horrid. It's not camel horrid. But in these days of tasty juices, it's horrid. It's a first world problem, isn't it? Fruity Tooty Peach and Apple. We might do a giveaway on the channel. If anyone wants the Fruity Tooty Peach Apple vape liquid, and I'll even sign it for you. A message below with contact details, and I shall happily get it to you. Because I'm never going to inhale another milligram of that, because it is honking. I think we'll work our way around to the blinds at all of our tables and call it a day. We've got to sit out next big blind all tables. That's what we're after. Full house on table 3. Spend the 6-8 on table 1. I'm putting this guy squarely on 2 overcards, and I fully intend to triple barrel versus him. It's a shit run out to do it on, isn't it? What does he do here with his ace king when I go all in? I mean, he has to fold it, yeah. I mean, I bet twice his sizes there he can conceivably try and get to showdown with his ace highs. Beautiful. We like that. So we've only got this one table left now, and it's 4 minutes to daily politics, so it's time to put the kettle on and end the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll do a few more of these until I either get bored of the games, bust the account, or can't be asked anymore. So take care everybody, and we'll see you who knows when with another video. Bye bye for now.